champion Philadelphia Eagles. Sanders, man, he had everybody buzzing after his first preseason game. Remains listed fourth, though, on the Browns' official team depth chart. Always atop our depth chart. Sal Paolantonio joining us from that joint camp in Philly. Browns, they're in town. What's head coach Kevin Stefanski saying about Shedeur Sanders' progress thus far in the preseason, Sal?
Good morning, Gary. From South Philadelphia, NovaCare facility. Browns are about to arrive for the joint practices. I caught up last night with Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski. He was in South Philly. He was having dinner with his coaching staff at the 9th Street Market. Take a look at this team photo that they took there right after dinner. And I texted him probably when the cannolis were coming out for dessert. What did you think of quarterback Shedeur Sanders, your rookie quarterback's performance against the Panthers? And here was his text reply to me last night. Quote, he did a good job operating, taking what's there, made some plays with his feet too, keep progressing. Now, when he says he's doing a good job operating, that is code for the fact that Shedeur Sanders looked calm, cool, and collected. I watched it back on the All-22, and I could tell you, just looking at him, he was operating the offense like a veteran in that first game against the Panthers. The numbers show it. 14 of 23, 2 touchdown passes, a QB rating of 106.8. They obviously, as he said, as the coach said, they want him to keep progressing. And one of the ways that he can keep progressing is be on time with the football. Get rid of it quickly. Certainly be on target more with the football. Some of his throws weren't quite there yet, but it was his first preseason action. He gave himself on the NFL Network a grade of C+. That's pretty good. That was my high school average, C+.
Oh.
Actually, it was a C. I like to I like to
Sal,
round up to
overachiever.
a C+, Gary.
I just want America to know that D's
I think
also
overall
get
there's
degrees.
a lot. Well, of course. But I think overall the Browns were really, really impressed with the way Sanders performed, and they will see him out here against the Philadelphia Eagles, against the Vic Fangio defense.
Correct.
And as you know, the Eagles are trying to mix and match in their secondary, so they'll throw a lot of different things at all the quarterbacks for the Browns today.
And Eagles obviously also trying to maintain the health on their own team. Pro Bowl guard Landry Dickinson out with a meniscus injury in his right knee. Goal is to have him back in time for the season opener against the Cowboys. How does Dickerson's injury, Sal Pal, impact Philly's offense?
Well, Gary, whenever you lose a player like Landon Dickerson, it's a big deal. The Eagles made him the highest paid guard in the NFL for a reason. He's super smart, super tough, tone setter. He's a great player. But you got to look at this graphic that we got put together for him, and you can see that the Eagles used 28 different offensive line combinations last season. That was the fourth most in the National Football League, which means they have great depth and they have great coaching. 2 words, Stoutland University. Jeff Stoutland, their offensive line coach, is one of the best offensive line coaches in the National Football League, and they've been able to really adjust to all of those adjustments that they made on the offensive line, went to the Super Bowl and won it, had Saquon Barkley as the leading rusher and the offensive player of the year last year in the National Football League.
Sal Pal, nobody does it better than you. I hope head coach Kevin Stefanski brought you a cannoli. They're a little bit heavy. We're just in the preseason, but you're already in mid. After seeing that AP poll drop just a couple days ago.
Yeah, Gary, the season is right around the corner. I can't wait for it to get started. But number 2, Penn State, jumps off at the screen at me when I first look at the top 25. And you talk about a team that has players all over, all across the board, from the running back position to the quarterback. They have some wide receiver transfers. You look at them on the defensive end. They have guys stacked across the board. This is the best opportunity for Penn State to win a national championship since back in 1986. So, James Franklin, if you do not get it done this year, then I don't know when you're going to get it done. Can you keep the streak going? Big Ten teams winning the championship. Now, secondly, I'm going to the ACC. Only 3 teams in the top 25, starting with Clemson, and they have a great opportunity. Game 1, they're playing against the LSU Tigers, but the quarterback position, Cade Klubnik, Can he be that guy to lead them to the promised land? And then the Miami Hurricanes. Can Carson Beck and those receivers get on the same page? And last but not least, the SMU Mustangs. Kevin Jennings. Can he be ferocious like he was a season ago? Now, lastly, the USC Trojans, for the first time under Lincoln Riley, they are not ranked in preseason. They went 7-6 last year, disappointing. 2-2 in those 4 games. Things may be looking on the bright side, but it's extreme pressure for Lincoln Riley this season to get it done.
It's so weird to see those Trojans, that head coach on the outside of a top 25 looking in. You mentioned that matchup with Notre Dame. Let's sit on Notre Dame for just a second here. Obviously, runner-up last season, lost in the national championship game. Do you think they're legit contenders to possibly run it back?
I do, and it starts with one of the best running back rooms in the country. Jeremiah Love, Jadarian Price, Aeneas Williams. They have a 3-headed monster in the backfield, so they're going to rely heavily on their run game. Why is that? Because the quarterback position. If it's going to be C.J. Carr or if it's going to be Minchie, they're going to have to be able to throw the football because a lot of teams are going to stack the box to try to stop the run. That's going to leave one-on-one coverage on the outside, and hopefully whichever quarterback is starting, those guys can take advantage of the opportunities.
They hung up some points last season.
Artist in the history of the American Music Awards, Billboard Music Awards, and iHeart Radio.
Cole has left his body.
I'm cramping. I'm cramping.
No, that was so good. Thank you.
I tried, Tay.
Thank you for screaming for like 47 seconds. That was so nice. That was so sweet.
Tay, welcome to New Heights.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on my favorite podcast. As we all know, you guys have a lot of male sports fans that listen to your podcast. And I think we all